you all know, I'm sure, that how bad cancer is. It's something I had not even heard of before prior to Ranger being diagnosed. He started limping on March 10th, and the cancer was diagnosed by early April. I tried to do everything that I could to try to save his leg. Every time I'd go to an oncologist or to a doctor, that they would never give me that there was going to be a cure. They told me that we could extend the life, but that's not what I wanted. Of course, I'm a very emotional type of person, and every time I told that, I had tears crawling down my eyes, and it was very embarrassing. He went through chemo. He had the amputation on April 19th. That was 2019. So it's been over a year and a half. He went through carboplatin chemo. After those 4 rounds of carboplatin, he got a lung met. I entered him into another clinical trial at Ohio State University. It was an experimental drug, very powerful one. Whenever I handled it, I had to wear gloves. So that I had to give him a week of pills, and then I'd take him back to Ohio State. He got another treatment of chemo. This time it was doxorubicin, and that went on for 8 weeks. Every other week, the drug treatment. Every other week, then the doxorubicin. At the end of those 8 weeks, that lung met had continued to grow. In the meantime, with all this happening, I had called Dr. Mamula, and not thinking at all that he would be eligible for another clinical trial since he was already in one. Dr. Mamula was unbelievable, a very compassionate person, concerned about all of our dogs. But of course, you know that his end result is supposedly to cure this type of cancer in children also. And he talked to me and he said, yes, we'd love to have Ranger into the clinical trial. What they're mainly interested in at this particular time in taking the data was seeing if dogs would actually produce the antibodies that they were trying to have the vaccine to make. And they were also then interested in what the outcome would be. And very interested in Ranger because he also did have a lung met, and they wanted to see how that treatment would be. Ranger got his vaccines in November of last year, and within a month, by the end of December, I drove him back up to Ohio State to have a follow-up exam, and they told me the wonderful news. And the news was that the lung met had quit growing, that it had been static. And that was the best Christmas present I could have. That was right before, it was on December 23rd that I took him up there. Every 2 months, I take him back. And at the end of February, they even had more remarkable news. And that is that the lung met had resolved. They couldn't find it anymore. I've taken him back 3 more times every 2 months. And in each time of those particular studies and the x-rays, his lungs are clear. You saw him running. I mean, we run every day. He chases balls every day. I take him swimming, throw tennis balls out as far as I can in the lake, and he'll go after two at a time and swim back. People can't imagine him coming back, and he comes out as a tripod, and they're just in awe. They're amazed. I believe in this vaccine. I believe that it has great potential. It has been a gift for Ranger and for me to keep him around. Right now, he'll have another x-ray at the end of October. But as you can see, there's no signs right now of any kind of cancer. And he eats well. I've changed his diet. He eats better than most people. And he definitely eats better than me. And so I'm very thankful for Dr. Mamula and the Yale Canine Cancer Research. It has worked for Ranger. And we were always worried, that something else, another shoe is going to fall. And but each time I take him back, the news is good, and I am predicting that the news will be good again at the end of October. And so I'm and what Mary's done with this particular fundraiser is just amazing. And the support for the Yale vaccine, I'm 100% behind it. I'll be one of the best spokespersons for them. And I believe that it has saved Ranger when nothing else would have. The amputation is just to get rid of pain, and all the other stuff that I have tried, and I'm willing to try. I mean, I'll go to the ends of the earth for this dog. And, but I am very, very, very thankful for Dr. Manuel and the Yale vaccine.